morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video about this Mini One. No car is perfect, so here are 5 things that I hate about this car. Now just vehicle origins, but let's get on with it. Number 1, lack of massive speedometer. Mini, what is wrong? That massive speedometer that was in the middle here is now there, and it's no. That was the key feature of Mini. I mean, I understand that you needed to fit this screen somewhere so the passengers, but who cares about passengers? We need that massive speedometer with the massive dials and massive numbers, and just so you can see when you're doing 120 miles an hour. It was amazing. That's the key feature of Mini, and I don't accept, like, what is this? What is this? Tachometer, fine, but speedometer has to be here. Like, put infotainment. Who cares about infotainment? Put it whatever. Thing number 2 is lack of interior lights. This is very ironic because there is no light to show where the light is. So you see, imagine that it was dark. Trust me, from this angle, you don't see these. As soon as I got this car, it was night, and I jumped in and I needed to look for something, and I wanted to put the light on. And as you can see, there we go. Now we are sort of imitating light in the dark situation. I can't freaking see where the light is, and how do you turn on the light? So I pressed all these buttons, maybe even SOS, just to find that the button is there. Wasn't it just easier if you eliminated the button normally? Trust me, I mean, on camera I can see now that you can see clearly these orange ones, but from this angle, where how you are sitting, you won't be able to see them. So you would have to duck down and be like, oh, that's where it is, and then turn it on. Yeah, that's not ideal. I don't like it because no matter how many times I pressed it, I would still sort of miss it a little bit, which is just ridiculous. I mean, just illuminate it like any other buttons. Just illuminate that one and it's gonna work just great. Number 3, how you put this car in reverse. Now, in my review, I briefly mentioned about this. You see, so this is first, this is second, this is third, fourth, and so on. But it's like, this is first, that is reverse. You can imagine what I'm gonna say now. So what if you're in a rush and you do that? That's now reverse, ladies and gentlemen. That was the reverse. So it's so easy to mix up. Trust me, you have to trust me on this one, because if you haven't tried it, you wouldn't know. It's just so easy to mix up the first and the reverse. And if you're in a rush, trust me, I haven't seen once that the light was on. The car in front of me were long gone. There was a car behind me, and I was like, oh my god, and I put it in reverse. So the next thing you know, I'm letting off, and because I was in the rush, I was on it. I really wanted to go. And the next thing you know, I'm going backwards, not forwards. And that's just, I think that's a bit silly, because even when you're maneuvering, when you're doing 3-point turn or whatever, you're going first, you're going in reverse, you're going first, and it's just a very, very thin line between, once again, first gear and reverse. There is nothing to pull. There is no depression that, you know how in some cars you depress it down and then you put it in reverse. There is none of that. So that's really sort of almost lack of safety. 5th and final thing is handling. I don't think particularly that this model, this Mini, is as good as the previous Minis, the older ones. Not the pre-facelift, but the ones prior to that. So that's, I think, 2nd, 3rd generation, sort of 2007, 8, 9, 10 models, something like that. I think those ones were much sharper and much sort of stiffer when you're driving, and that's what I personally like about Minis, because they are like smaller go-karts. This one, while it's really, really refined and really nice to drive longer journeys, and really nice when it comes to corners, when it comes to handling, I'm not 100% convinced. It just rolls a little bit to the side, and it just doesn't drive as a go-kart. And that's what I'm missing from a Mini, and that's why if I was to get one, I would definitely get Cooper S, because that, I think, you get that real go-kart feeling in such a small package. It's just, that would be amazing. This one in particular, yeah, I'm not I'm not convinced with the handling. And those are the 5 things that I hate about this Mini. Hate is really strong word, but that I really don't like about this car, which is absolutely the same. Please let me know in the comments. I'm really curious whether you guys are agreeing with these points or not. Of course, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.